Morjens ja tervetuloa Metalliluolan videohaastattelujen pariin. Mun nimi on Janne Lesonen ja tänään mun vieraana on ruotsalaisen goottimetallin suurimpiin nimiin kuuluva Tribulationin kitaristi Adam Zaars. Uskoisin, että se lausutaan noin, mutta jos ei, niin ei maahan mitään. Joka tapauksessa keskustelimme Adamin kanssa viime vuodesta, bändin sisäisistä miehistön vaihdoksista sekä totta kai uudesta levystä Where the Gloom Becomes Sound, mikä on muuten erittäin hyvä levy, kannattaa tsekata. Sekä sitten kaikesta muusta semmoisesta lystikkäästä, mitä keskustelun lomassa siinä sitten vaan keksittiinkään ottaa puheeksi. Kyllä, toivottavasti nautitte tästä haastattelusta, joten olkaa hyvä. How Adam Zaars, how are you doing?
I'm doing very good, thank you.
Very good. Nice to hear. And how has been the 2020 been for you and the band so far?
Yeah, it's been ups and downs, I guess.
Definitely.
But timing-wise, it was all right, I suppose. It could have been worse. We had to cancel a few festivals during the summer.
Yeah.
But that was it during that year, at least.
Yeah. And how did the band stay active that time? I believe you went to the studio last April. Is that correct?
Yeah. So we did that for a couple of months. And then we worked on layouts, and the mix and the mastering was done during the summer. So all of spring and summer, and even into September, October, was all working on the album, really.
Yeah. So in that sense,
since then it's also been work for promoting the album. So that's really what we've been doing.
Yeah. And I believe you've been doing a lot of interviews regarding the album because it's coming out this Friday, 29th of January, as we're speaking right now. Yeah.
We're getting there.
Toads. How are you feeling about the album?
Good. It feels old in a way. It's been a long year for all of us, I think.
Oh yeah.
So and of course, when you work as hard and as much as we've been doing for this album, especially during the summer when we were mixing, and you have to listen to everything over and over and over again, and then send it back, and then you get a new one, and you go back and forth, and eventually you just don't want to hear it.
When was the last time you?
Sorry.
When was the last time you actually listened to it from beginning to end?
I actually listened to it just a couple of days ago.
Ah, how was it? Still.
Good. I felt like I had to update myself a little bit. I don't want to forget about.
Yeah, the new album called Where the Gloom Becomes Sound. I've also listened to it a few times now, and just before we started this interview, I finished listening to it one more time, and I gotta say it's really good sounding record. A bit different once again in comparison to the previous work, definitely. Yes. And right now, because you've also kind of like had your distance with the album, is there something that you wish that you could like now go back in time and still like change something, turn some knobs and buttons?
No, not really. I was quite happy with everything quite early in the mixing process already, really. And then sometimes I'm very thorough with things like that, but this time I felt everything was very good already. And I know Oscar, our drummer, he and Johannes, our singer, they were more more involved with the last mixes, more than I was. Getting the every tom right and everything. So I know I wouldn't want to change anything really.
All right, cool. I think that's at this point it's good to hear, because I think some musicians are really those like they spend like the post-production time about like maybe a year if you're Metallica or something. So
at some point you have to let go.
Yeah, it's good enough. It's good enough.
Yeah, you could do that forever, really.
Yeah, cool. I also noticed, like listening to this and the previous album back to back, I noticed that this is not as like piano oriented, not that much like those like very like not that like piano goth vibey. Do you know where I'm getting at? Yeah.
Yeah,
so,
I
like,
think so.
So like what was the I believe it was Jonathan who wrote most of this new album also.
Yeah, he wrote 7 songs and I wrote 3 of them for this.
Yeah. So did you talk about with the rest of the band, like it just came to be like this way?
Yeah, it did. And we had a lot of songs to choose from in the end as well. I only did 3, but Jonathan wrote 13 songs. So there was some sort of we had to choose that were going to be on the album. But apart from that, we didn't really talk about anything where we were going. We that's usually how we've done it. We've just
don't plan it too much.
No, not at all.
Yeah. Makes sense. And while I was also reading the official, like the copy text for the new album, there was something interesting that you had said, that this is now me quoting you. We immersed ourselves in the world of myth and magic, says guitarist Adam Zaars. So I was kind of curious, what does this actually mean? So kind of like, did you practice some magic, or what's the deal? That was such an interesting sentence.
I mean, that statement could really have been said about any Tribulation album. But it just so happened that, I guess what I meant, especially with myth, is that the concepts, some of the concepts in the lyrics are more directly related to specific myths than we've done in the or mythical components. I guess you could just take the title for the instrumental track, Leafy, as one. Inanna would be the other obvious one, but also Funeral Pyre and Daughter of the Jinn as well. So there are more bits and pieces that are directly taken, I guess, from actual time. So that's and the magical component could also be just said to be a supernatural one, and that could have been said about any Tribulation album. This is really the realm we're always inhabiting in the Tribulation context.
Yes, it makes sense. All makes sense now. What's your favorite, personal favorite, like a myth from around the world, or a mythical creature, if you had to pick?
Mythical creature. Well, haven't thought about a favorite one, but the first one that came to my mind now was the Lady of the Forest in Sweden. and there's a lady for a lot of things. There's a lady of the mine, and the lady of the mountain, and so on. But I've always been fascinated by specifically the lady of the forest, who in some variations she's got a hollow back and a foxtail, and is very deceptive and seductive.
Nice.
You gotta watch out in the Swedish forest, apparently.
Oh boy, I've only been to Stockholm, so I think I've been so far so good.
Yeah.
But now I know that do not go wandering in the Swedish forests.
Yeah.
All right. Talking about wandering, Jonathan wandered off from the band. How did that affect the band and you personally? How did you make it feel?
Well, it how it affects the band, I guess we will have to find out. Anyway, it's I mean, we have our new guitar player Joseph, and it must be for him. I mean, a strange timing to join the band when we can't really do anything. He was in the Funeral Pyre video, but
yeah, I noticed.
yeah, but the first shows, if they ever happen, will be this summer, and I imagine that you will be able to hear something else, something different in the music coming up. But well, concerning Jonathan, it was ambivalent in a way. Because we were not surprised that it happened. We might have been a bit surprised by the timing of it, but I still fully respected his decision to do it. And my first thoughts, the first days, I guess, was that it might be difficult to, well, not difficult, but maybe we can't go on without him. And not because we couldn't manage, but because he's been such a big part of the band and always a big part of writing the music and creating visuals and everything. That's everything that's built the band, and of course in the live setting as well. So that was really my first reaction. Might actually quit now. But we had been talking about what to do if this was ever going to happen, and we had been discussing Joseph. And Jonathan also suggested that we ask Joseph about it. And Joseph is an old friend of ours. We've known him since, me and Johannes at least, have known him since we were kids. And we have been playing music with him since we were kids. And we've all admired his songwriting in the past and seen the potential to place him in a Tribulation context. So it's both sad that Jonathan has left, but it's also very exciting to see where we can take it from now.
Yeah, I agree. These kind of situations are always like good opportunities, these forks in the road moments for a band to either reinvent themselves or like just go to a new direction or something.
And I think we remain open for that, as we always have, I guess. But if we can, see what we can do. I'm quite. I kind of want to get going, writing some new, testing some new material with Joseph already.
Definitely. And was it that in remembrance from the new album is Your Song.
Mhm.
Yeah, because already in that song, for me, it sounds really even though it's the first track, but it's already kind of like a standalone track for me, because it's I can definitely hear something new is brewing. So I definitely would feel that there's still something from Tribulation to offer to the metal / goth world, if you guys still are going to like explore these darker sides, because you started as a death metal band, but then you evolved into the current state. So this is also like a opportunity to go maybe synth pop. I don't know, go full Depeche Mode.
Yeah,
that's a good idea.
You never know.
Yeah. When in doubt, smack the keyboards.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, about the Joseph Toll, the new guy for maybe the Tribulation fans, but those who are like fans of the Swedish scene already know him. He's like passed from being the lead singer of Void, and before they changed name, Black Trip, which I thought when I found out was like a really good. And your two have also, like you said, you've been friends since almost forever, and played in also Hazard, which was the band before Tribulation became Tribulation, and in Enforcer also.
Yeah,
At least
exactly.
to name a few. I don't know if you guys been in any more like projects together.
Our first band, actually, me and Joseph started a band when we were 13. That was called Crypt. So we started even Crypt.
Crypt.
Yeah. we started even earlier together.
Nice. So it's, yeah, I think it might be a very good match. So for like the new watchers, listeners of Tribulation, who are now like, who's this Joseph? We want to know more about him. So what's Joseph like as a person and as a musician?
As a person, he's well, we work well together, both on a personal level and musically. We managed to write songs together before. Yeah, you know, he's. I'm looking forward to getting out on the road again with him, because we just had a good time. One of those people you can entirely, don't have to think about anything. You just hang out.
Yeah.
And musically, he's always been very talented, and I was very admired him early, because he could always just come up with a song melody to something, a good song melody to something, to some chords, in a way that I could never do. And he's always been like that, very unafraid of just whatever it is, really. And also a guy who can write many different kinds of music and many different kinds of songs, from singer-songwriter music to extreme metal to heavy metal to really long pieces of music as well. But I remember when he was 19, for school, he did his the last thing he did, like a big project.
Yeah.
He did one long song that was maybe 20 or 25 minutes. and they performed it. He and some other people performed it live in front of a screen or a projection of an old movie, and I guess that might have been the most Tribulation sounding material he's ever done. I guess no one will ever hear it. I don't know if he even has a recording of it, but it was that's one of those things that made you see his potential as a songwriter and musician. That was a long time ago now.
Yeah. So it sounds like he might be a very, very good fit for Tribulation regarding the future and present. But present right now, it fucking sucks. So we gotta hope for better tomorrow. And you mentioned that there's one gig booked in the summer. Which event is it? Festival?
Well, yeah, we have a few. I don't remember on the top of my head right now, but I think Graspop is one of them. I think I should probably look into it.
Yeah, probably the internet will tell us, I would say. Just like a general question about the Swedish concert scene. Has there been any concerts these times, or are they all like no?
I don't know if there's been any. I know that we were offered a show at a place, but that we couldn't really do because because of the amount of people that they would take in. It would be very expensive for us to do it.
Yeah,
you could never get enough people in there because of regulations and because everyone needs space and so on. So but because we actually had the offer, I guess some people should be playing. But no, I mean, we're getting finally, I guess, stricter and stricter restrictions.
Yeah.
Now, so I'm yeah, fingers crossed, of course, but
definitely
not looking.
Also, while we are on the subject of live performances, I noticed that in your kind of a stage persona, when you're in your full makeup, you have also those black stripes here. So what's the story with those?
Nothing in specific, really. I mean, our makeup has just been growing, I guess, evolving, maybe changing at least, since we started using it. And I think it might have got more to do with boredom. You feel like you want to do at least something new after doing the same thing 50 times. And yeah, that's really it. I guess I just tried it one day.
Because
I don't even remember when.
Yeah, because it's really striking, and I was already, there must be some sort of like a hanged man backstory, because it's like so feel free to use that backstory if you create kind of like Kiss kind of larger than life characters.
for the next interview, I have
yes,
that question.
Lovely. And we're almost running out of time, so yes, I have a few segments that we're gonna play. This first one is called Lightning Round. So I'm gonna throw 4 questions for you and just give like a quick answer. No need to like overthink it too much.
My best.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
All right. Your favorite track from the new album?
In Remembrance.
Nice. Your favorite album from 2020? Not yours, but someone else's.
Rob Coffin Shaker's Underground Fire released another
choice. Good choice. Yeah, it was released last year. Good choice. Which one would you rather be, Dracula or Nosferatu?
Well, Nosferatu is cooler, I guess, but Dracula probably still.
Still Dracula?
Yeah, I think so.
All right.
A bit more enjoyable, I guess.
All right. Nice. And this one's for the fans. Repugnant. Is it really done day for good, or is there something that we can expect?
I think you have to ask Mary Gore about that.
We'll
see.
We'll see. So that's not a no.
No.
Yeah. Epitome of Darkness, one of the greatest. Nice. Yep. Cool. And this last segment before we start to wrap up is this segment that I've come with myself. It's called Circle of the Turns Some. So I want to give you the floor to pay your respect, your dues, your reverence to whoever musician, artist, etc., who's still alive today.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, because we need to respect those who are still alive here today and give them the respect, and not like once they're and then we're like, oh, he was a good. So
agreed. Well, the obvious choice, the first one that comes to my mind would be Adrian Smith of Iron Maiden. And I guess without his guitar playing and songwriting, Tribulation wouldn't sound the way we do. At least the things I put into the band. Definitely the guitar player that's inspired me the most. So that would absolutely be my pick.
So cheers to Adrian Smith. Is there anyone else you want to like? Here's to you and here's to you, or just Adrian?
Well, let's say to Joseph and Jonathan as well.
Very nice. All
good
cool
luck
dudes.
To both of you in your new careers.
Lovely. And yeah, I think it's time to wrap this up. Our 30 minutes is almost done. So what are your final thoughts for our readers, viewers, and listeners of Metalliluola, the Metal Dungeon?
Well, I guess give the new album a try. I guess it's very easy nowadays. You don't even have to pay for it. So yeah, give it a go, and you never know, you might like it. That would be my final word.
Nice. I'll also make sure, because I'll be the one writing a review about it, because it's definitely going to be the strongest ones from January. So we will do double down on this to make sure that the people of our listeners and followers will make sure that they will give it a listen, at least.
Excellent. Thank you for that.
All right. Thank you, Adam, for your time and for amazing work you've done for the metal community. And I wish you all the best for 2021. And Joseph and the rest of the guys. And I hope to see you guys live ASAP.
Yeah, me too. All right.
All right.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Tällaista oli tällä erää Adamin kanssa, ja kuten tuossa sanottiin lopuksi, niin toivottavasti nähdään pojat taas sitten mahdollisimman pian livenä. Toivottavasti kaikki vaan menee nyt maailmassa hyvin, että päästään pian taas rock'n'roll-elämää viettämään tonne. Ai kamala, elohiiri tuli silmään, mutta ei anneta sen häiritä. Jos tykkäsitte tästä haastattelusta, niin ei muuta kuin tykätkää, jakakaa, mikä tää on, subscribatkaa, eli tilatkaa tämä meidän Metalliluolan kanava, niin saatte sitten heti ensimmäisten joukossa tietää, koska tulee seuraavaa materiaalia tänne meidän kanavallemme. Kyllä. Seuraavaan kertaan sitten taas, joten näkemiin, voikaa hyvin.